Morning, Trainiacs. Just finishing up a leg strength workout on ZWIFT. That isn't the main attraction for today, because the main attraction is we are in California. Look at this. There's hills, there's elevation. We're here working with ZWIFT and Specialized for the ZWIFT Academy. We are going to hang out this week in the wind tunnel. There's going to be Sarah True, there's going to be Tim Dawn. I brought Sarah Smarties and the ZWIFT Academy Smarties to buy friends. So I threw it out on Instagram what the most common questions were about how to best train with ZWIFT and get the most out of ZWIFT, how to get ZWIFT set up. We're going to talk to the people from ZWIFT, from Specialized, probably Sarah, probably Tim, and we're going to answer those questions sometime soon, right now. So that's it, we're here. We got like the entire ZWIFT Academy here. We got Tim Dawn over there, Sarah True over there. It's about to get some bike fitting going on right now. Gonna go over to the wind tunnel, and I think instead of me answering a bunch of how I train with ZWIFT questions, we're gonna get Sarah and Tim to talk about it, because I'm intrigued about how they use ZWIFT. I haven't told them.
My favorite route to ride is Volcano.
Volcano? Why?
Oh yeah, because it's epic and it's a volcano. How can you not love it? Yeah, no, I think that's definitely my favorite.
For me, I like the Volcano because I don't ride much outside in a volcano, so it's pretty cool. Always erg for me. We're always downloading a session from my coach, Matt Bottrell. So yeah, I love the fact I can take the brain out of the head, and I just cycle. I just follow the prompts on the screen, and yeah, getting that hurt locker.
I do both erg mode and free ride, so it all depends on what I'm doing that day. If I'm just doing 2 hours aerobic, then it's a lot more fun to be riding the course and letting the terrain dictate what you do. And then there are times where I have specific workouts, so I really like the erg mode. I can just upload my session from Training Peaks from my coach into Watopia and have fun playing bikes.
Playing bikes.
Because of ZWIFT, I think my enjoyment of being on an indoor trainer has definitely drastically shifted. Like a lot of people from a northern climate, the trainer was a necessity in the winter that you just kind of had to wrap your head around, but now it's something that's fun, that I do even when it's beautiful weather outside, because it's efficient, it's fast, I know exactly what I'm doing. It just allows for, like I said, a more efficient ride, and it's a good way to kind of mix things up a bit.
Biggest benefit for me with ZWIFT is when I lie about my weight and I win all the races. No, it's just engaging. I'll be honest, I've always struggled riding on the trainer, throughout my whole career. And for me, when I've got my kids going, oh, are you going to ride past the fish again or in the volcano? It's just awesome. And the fact I can download my sessions, and as soon as I finish, I press ding, and then my coach has got it, is like mental. So. Probably one I've just finished. No, I like all sessions. I struggle with the sprints there, but on ZWIFT. But yeah, so for me, it's more steady state. So threshold work. On a trainer, I find it a lot more engaging with my muscles than out on the road. So yeah.
Explain.
Yeah. Well, I think when I'm on the bars and it's set to that power, as soon as my cadence drops, it turns me on to focus about that. Well, on the road, you can push a little bit harder to catch up for what you've lost. It's a bit like running on the treadmill. You're running at 19k an hour, you're running at 19k an hour. as opposed to averaging it on the road. You might go 20k an hour, 18k an hour. I find that's the same with Zwift, so it really engages the muscles for the whole effort.
I really like doing micro intervals on Zwift, on the trainer, because you're able to upload, you know, on erg mode directly into Zwift, and to be able to do, you know, 20, 30, 40 second micro bursts, hard intervals, and then you don't have to worry about the terrain outside, you don't have to worry about stoplights. It's just with those sorts of short efforts, you want to be able to control everything. And I think that's probably where I really enjoy the trainer. I really enjoy the Zwift riding for that purpose.
All right, so that's how pros use Zwift, but I don't exactly know everything about this whole Zwift thing. I just hopped on a plane and I'm like, yeah, sure, sounds fun. I'm gonna get Craig. You met Craig. Craig toured us around Zwift headquarters back in the day, and he's like an 854 in Kona kind of athlete. I'll get him to explain what the ZWIFT Academy is. He's from Zwift. He knows a lot about Zwift.
What we're doing is we're at the Specialized HQ. We're here with the Specialized ZWIFT Academy Tri team. The whole goal of this team is we're taking 8 amateur triathletes. These are everyday people. They've got jobs, they've got families, they've got other obligations, and triathlon is their hobby, something they love doing. But we want to give them the support that top level pros get and see how far they can go in the sport. So our end goal is to, as with any Ironman athlete, is to get to Kona and see what they can do at Kona. So we're not bashful. I think we've got a pretty stellar group. I think we can potentially get a few of them on the podium there. Knock on wood. But it's a phenomenal group, and we've got 4 incredible partners involved with this team. Obviously, we're here at Specialized. Specialized is giving them the full pro treatment. So all new gear. They'll be getting a new bike that they can race Kona on. They're here at Specialized right now, so they can go through the full wind tunnel testing, metabolic testing. They'll have all the data needed to go back and ensure that they are aero and as efficient as possible on the bike. Other partners are Wahoo, supplying the full Wahoo package of kicker, climb, headwind, so no excuses to not get their training done, as well as getting them out on the road with the element bolt and the ticker heart rate monitor. And then we've got SiS on board as our nutrition partner. So Ben Samuels from SiS has been amazing in consulting with the athletes and giving them full nutritional advice, breaking down what races they're going to, and giving them the exact nutrition needs for those races. And last but not least, ROKA's back for year 2, supplying the athletes with some pretty awesome custom kits that they can race in, so they really stand out from the pack at their races and at Kona. And then also the full ROKA package of wetsuits, goggles, speed suits. So we at ZWIFT are really fortunate to be working with such amazing partners and these awesome athletes. And I think the 2019 season is going to be a pretty stellar one.
Why Zwift to be the company to do this?
Our whole aim with this is that we want to show that Zwift isn't just a place where cyclists can come or runners can come, but that it is the premier training tool for triathletes out there. So as we pick our athletes, we want people that are highly involved in Zwift. So I believe Maggie is a level 46 rider on Zwift. I mean, they live and breathe on Zwift, and that's why we picked them, is because they are amazing people. They have great stories to tell. They're pretty darn good athletes, and they're pretty passionate about the Zwift brand, and they're phenomenal ambassadors to our brand and our partners' brand. So we want to really use this team to highlight that Zwift is serious about the sport of triathlon, and we're fully behind it, and going to be working to develop more of our product to better support triathletes. But as it stands right now, it is an amazing training tool for triathletes, not just during winter months, but all year round, all the way up through your race.
So there we go, Trainiacs. We are here for just a couple of days at the ZWIFT Academy, hanging out at Specialized headquarters in Morgan Hill, California, where they allow dogs. I like it here. I really like it here. So if you aren't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button below, and it's gonna be lots of cool stuff. I'm going back in. Super